Okay, welcome to the mobile class session 4. Everybody can hear me, I hope so. And everybody can see the screen. So then let's start. What are we doing today? I will finally start to do something like explanation and exercises from real life, I hope. So we still need to cover some couple theoretical questions, and after that, so the next 3-4 session, I will just share all my experience and my friends' experience. So what we're doing every day, how we're doing things. Then you may get comfortable so to create your own story, or maybe refine your story, because one of the main failure for manual testing interview, when people cannot really clearly describe what they're doing every day, so they cannot really explain and tell the story about their projects. So today we start to talk about projects. Today we start to talk about what actually, guys, you're doing every day at work and how you're doing things. So, but to talk about this, we need to first specify mobile testing specifics. So, and talk about manual testing types and categories. And at the end, after all this, this theoretical technical things, so we will go through the example of how to test unknown application. So from mobile project perspective. Okay, so what is a different way you can install a mobile application? It's a common question during interview, and you don't need to give 5 minutes story or explanation. That's very short cut answers, and the answer is, oh, sorry. I don't know why it happened. I just change it and save it. So, but we have kind of 4 ways. So we have 4 main ways so to install mobile application. So we can use the FOTA. It's a firmware over the air. It's good terms to remember because a lot of updates specifically for mobile websites and mobile application go through the FOTA. So a lot of firmware and updates of operating system, the best example is iPhone updating, go through the FOTA. So we need SIM card and we need internet connection. Primarily, this in many cases, SIM card is questionable, so you also can have some modification of specific phone, and you don't need a SIM card, but internet is required. So we do this through the Wi-Fi when we just get the links, straight links. We do this using data cable, so USB cable. We're using Bluetooth, and for many specific APP, APK, or IPA file, we use third-party applications such as TestFlight, Dropbox. Dropbox is actually, I understand it's not like directly file installation related, so it could be also storage, backup, and whatever. So, but one of the options is there available, so then you can drop your IPA file and retrieve it from your iPhone. All right. So everything that's related to iPhones, it could be a little bit complicated because before you can retrieve from Dropbox specific IPA file, so your device should be assigned to the project and should be assigned to this developer license, and it's some 5-6 steps restrictions. So then, and that's why it's so hard to create any iPhone or Apple device, so project related, because we need to have enterprise developer license to do this on a regular basis with 70 people like we have right now in the class. So it's because for normal individual developer, you pay to assign up to 200 devices per year. So we don't have this possibility to do big projects right now with iPhones, but we try our best. Let me sign in. Okay, then I can see you. All right, so next question will be, so what is the difference between mobile testing and mobile application testing? Actually, the funny things, I won. Actually, I got my job status that I'm currently in. So just by answering this question, so this in my interview, it was only 2 questions. So sometimes, question could be very, very simple, but how you answer, how you show this and present stuff, it's very important. So it's kind of confusing question, and if you know definition for mobile testing, and if you know definition for mobile application testing, then it's an absolutely easy question for everybody. Let's go to this one. So what is mobile testing? Mobile testing means the complete testing of mobile product at system level plus application level. So this included mobile protocol stack testing, we have multimedia testing, and we have feature testing. If we're looking for mobile application right here on the right side, so then we see then mobile application testing is a part of a mobile testing because it's included only two parts, so multimedia testing and feature testing. I guarantee you that most of you guys will find job which is straight related to mobile application testing, and more than maybe 70% of you will never touch mobile protocol stack testing, or you need to go to special industry, or I don't know, it's kind of already like not really soft application related. So it's could be in between, or it could be systems software, a utility pack of something. Or it's straight to some hardware chips related or network communication related. So do not worry about mobile protocol stack testing, because for introduction level, it's very complicated. At the end, I think that somebody already asked me, so this was homework question, to give more information regarding network stack protocol. And I do contain this information, and I will give you as a bonus when you guys are ready to graduate and go out of class. So because it's involved a lot of individual works, and it's advanced level. So it's nice to have files like this example of network stack protocol testing, but I guarantee you will not able to understand and appreciate this file until you not start really work in the field and do not get experience for at least like 1 year or so. So, but it's don't worry, you will be covered. You will not left alone without any support. So now I hope that you understand in no answer for this question. What is the difference between mobile testing and mobile application testing? So the only things then I think it's a very helpful slide. I think I already showed the slide to you, and I repeat this again because I know how useful it is. So every time when you go have interview and you see in job description, then it's a somehow cloud related hybrid application, or there's something network involved, and most of the time you will see then they will ask you some network question. So this slide become very helpful because it's over 120 protocols, but do you really be able or should know all 120? No. But we have some basic fundamental minimum then you should know. And here's this example of this fundamental things that you should know. So if you're absolutely brand new in network field, I highly recommend to go to YouTube, and it's they have a site there, the New Boston Academy. The guy is amazing. So he's like very young dude. So who was going through the college, get degree of computer science, and pretty much video recorded and make some fun exercises from all possible network and programming languages. So, and his network explanation is not just easy to understand, but it's fun to understand. This I really recommend to go there. Okay. So this one, you remember this, we talk about to create your own portfolio, and if you go to interview, you have this folder with you with different kind of help cheat sheets. So this one is one of them because it's very helpful to give you perspective, so how complicated multimedia testing could be, and what exactly in the multimedia testing could be or should be involved. So the next slide, it will be then the last and easy part, fun part, where this most of us manual tester will be located. It's feature testing. We testing feature of device or of our application. So this combination of it depends on what kind of application we have in working with. So I like this slide because, you know, we talk a lot about so type of testing, and one of the favorite for newbies, it's as always, they put this in the resume and talk about ad hoc. So do not be ad hocer like a monkey, or, you know, just guys straight from high school that just pushing the button without any meaning and sense. So, and we will talk about this when we come to the project. So then it's a difference between ad hoc and the exploratory testing. Compare web application testing versus mobile application testing. It was another winner question, then I got my job. So, I mean, question is very easy and obvious. Let's answer this right now. If I ask you, okay guys, what you think is more complex, web application testing or mobile application testing? What will be your answer? Give me the answer, please. Web. Web is more complicated, okay. So we have like split. So we have half and half, all right. So, but now let's think logically. And if you know, I highly recommend, do not afraid to show up. Take this as a presentation. Take this interview as a presentation of yourself and show this your best side of conceptual thinking, analytical thinking, or whatever. So that you always will have possibility to get piece of paper during interview, or this go to the billboard or board and you know, just present this as a table. All right. Let's think just from what we already know. We compare web application testing versus mobile application testing. Think from perspective of platforms. How many platforms you know for web application testing? Just, okay, give me some of them. For guys specifically who is a web application fans. So you should know them. Everyone is not a platform. So Win, Mac, Linux, Unix. It's pretty much 4 platform. And again, Unix is already pushing. So if we talk about system software, yes, generally speaking, so we use for testing maximum. So Mac, Windows, and we have so Linux. It's it. So we have 3 platforms. All right. How many platforms we know for mobile testing? So this for mobile application. Just in United States we use already, yeah. Thank you for your activity. I appreciate that and you guys active today. So sounds like you learned something. We get progress. Okay, cool. More than 15. You're right, exactly. So this just for, you know, first 3 or 4, you can give me already 3 or 4 just without thinking. And if we proceed around the world, it's today is over 20 platforms. So it's not just one, it's over 20. We just start and build a table to compare these things, you know, this what we need or what we use on daily basis to testing so web application and mobile application. And you will see immediately then, you know, numbers go towards mobile. So mobile is much more complicated. I create for you table, don't worry, this it's kind of like I just try to encourage you, you know, to be involved and give some number. But all right, we go from devices, just from devices itself, because I don't want to give you easy answer at the beginning. How many devices we involved in web application testing? Okay, it will be PC, laptop, server. So if we're talking about mobile devices, it's a huge variety. Just standalone Androids could be over 100. So we do not take just device with different versions. It will be like enormous time amount. So we talk about platforms. Now we go to operation system. It is the same way. That's how many operation systems we know, just like surface of it, in compare a web application to mobile web application. So I actually, this is the table you see. I was drawing this table because I know subject well, all right, but so this, I highly recommend you to show yourself in glance and create a table like this. So take a piece of paper, go to the board and show them how well you know and how this from different point of view, from different angle, from different perspective, you can see the problem. So it's make absolutely great impression on any interviewer. Okay, so we got it. This clear. So then mobile application testing is much more complex if we compare with web application testing. And I don't take technical level because on technical level I do not put this in a table, but you remember in the first lecture I mentioned services. So the catch is, then how it's work on level between PC and server and go to some whatever database, cloud or something to retrieve information and come back to our computer, so PC. Then, it was like, we can say 2 steps between, so this we have client, which is our desktop, we have server, and we have some whatever another server where we can take this information, retrieve some file of information, and let's go back and forth between these 3 or maybe 2 in some simple cases. But when we're talking about mobile application, so besides these 2-3 steps that I already specify, we also have multiple, sometimes it could be over 20 different mobile services that we use, GPS and notification and push-up and security level and authentication, so in location-based services, social network services, and on and on and on. You can check this information from lecture 1. So it's create like multi-threads, so this create multi-steps, so involved on technical level, if on the background. So beside then all the surface then we specify. It's why mobile application testing is much more complex. So now, how you usually explore the new mobile device and phone? Ta-da! So I wait for your answer, guys. Where you start, how you start, where you go first. Okay, you got device in a hand, something new, you never have this before. So where you start? Fun is the type of testing. You're not, when you get device in a hand, it's not mean that you immediately jump to test. So what you do first? To read your answers. Menu. Okay, so it's okay to start with menu. Ta-da! So I like Anna's answer. So check settings. It's right. It's right. So help settings. Sometimes you do not have time for help. It's nice. So if you have time, but most of the time you don't. So this, be honest, if you get new device in a hand, 1 hour to explore device, it's already pushing. So this, yes. So the key word is then you go to settings. What you look in the settings in the first place. This will be operating system version, just to confirm that you have right device for testing, and go to connectivity settings to see any possible option, then specifying testing or what kind of connection you can utilize, what is available with device. Infrared, NFC, so there's a Bluetooth or what is Wi-Fi available, so what Wi-Fi you can use, because sometimes, we have hopping issue between Wi-Fi, so we have always, somebody already mentioned fun, so we need to somehow implement in our testing network connectivity test cases, so then it will be a Wi-Fi involved anyway. So, but it's the right direction to go. I'm happy that, so GUI, guys, somebody put GUI word, first of all, it's not GUI, it's UI, but You know, UI, it's indicate, again, if they will need some monkey testers, so this, you know, not too much experience just to push buttons and don't think too much, yeah, you can start with UI, but you know, it's important. I don't say then I don't want to try to embarrass you or minimize the importance of UI or usability, but as a professional, we go first for technical details. And is it true? So I give you next slide. So then, you know, number 2, I put after then we check for internet connectivity. So number 2 is a check feature that related to the company product. Be smart. So if your company is, I don't know, for example, internet radio, so then, do they really care about some, I don't know, UI at first place? No. But what they need to check some audio settings, you know, just device itself to go check maximum of audio, you know, this volume things, whatever, technical characteristic. So this check all this again networks because it's most important for network radio. If it's some game entertainment, yes, so we need to check some, you know, color, so resolution screen, and again just go. So get specific. When you prepare for interview, you kind of know, you can, most of the time this you will get some website, go to check website of these guys. So what is their concentration point and bring it up. So then if I will get device in the hand, so then I will always try to see from perspective how I can utilize this device for testing. Is it clear? No, I don't know GUI is for web or what. So GUI is a classic abbreviation for graphic user interface. So in this world, you know, nobody calls this GUI anymore. In mobile, everybody say UI, UX. So UI stands for user interface, UX for user design. So don't, it's, you know, again, the key word is, I understand you learn right now fundamental and basic, and many times it's confusing because it's too much terminology, and you know, this, you try to memorize and put some label and, you know, somehow it is settled in your head. So the truth is, and it's you need to adjust this. So then it's everywhere in our world. It's not black and white. So we have all color of rainbows here. And the thing is then specifically in agile world, specifically in the mobile world, actually this in all modern testing today, so they try to hold standard, but every company has their own variation and flavor, calls the same things under different name, give some different definition for the same terms. You know this, so you need to, it's why this, I try to break through this, you know, then you cannot memorize everything because it will be failure. So think about from perspective, then every company you start work, they will have their own rules, they will call things differently, and every time you will change company, it's a very low probability then some of you will stay with one company for the rest of the life. People change. Specifically in America, they change job at least every 2 years. And I promise you this, every company will have their own setup, their own special and original. And, you know, if you cannot adjust these changes and cannot be flexible with names, so this you will have really hard time. So don't be married to the names. If you feel comfortable to say GUI, say it until somebody will laugh at you and you turn to UI. So you don't like word UI, use word GUI. I mean, do not stress about this. It's absolutely not important, you know, how you call. The thing is how you understand and how you can, what you can do with these things. That's what is important. All right. So now we just come back to how we explore a new mobile device. We always look this from the company perspective. How I can present this device and utilize this device for the company testing specifics. So, and also during pre-interview, you already can bring this point. So then you will try to explore, so what is device specific characteristic, then we can utilize in testing. So it will be a very positive and plus point for you. We also check for company-specific documentation if it exists, and we also go to internet resources, not just from maker side, but from provider side if something new feature available, or we look device review highlights, or we can just, these days it's immediately a lot of different tutorial and review on YouTube. So let's use these things also. So it was like an easy answer. If we talk about something more professional, this how again you need to have courage and a little bit confidence and knowledge, so that to present this from this side. But you can go to more. My first question, if I get new device in the hand, I will ask, all right, we can pretend, or is it real life situation? Do I will have this device for all cycle of testing, or at least for one cycle of testing? So how clean this device should be? It must be just manufacturer or provider settings and that's it, or I can install some help application that will help me in the testing. You remember this from week number 1. I give you this long list, so, and I told you like week by week, try to explore and utilize some of these helping apps, so that when you, after 3 months, finish online class, so you will feel more confident with the special tricks, then you can bring an interview and that can win your job. Because yes, we're not all programming professors or whatever, so but we will have some special that not everybody know. So this helping apps, it's one of these special tricks. So this here I give you some example of this. I think somebody already asked regarding log collector. So for iPhones they also changed now. This it's not a device viewer, but I think it's a log system viewer or something like that. But they do have this for iPhone 7. So I'm happy for you, Hassan, that you already installed Carrot and log collector. So guys, I really encourage you to do this, because I told you story. This, I mean, I don't have new story, but it's a true story. Then guys who don't have too much experience and who was over 50, he got job from first interview just by presenting in the right spot of interview. So 2 apps, log collector, and another was Wi-Fi so analyzer. So you never know this, of your moment of starshine, then you need to bring it up. So, wait. Just again, try to be consistent and explain. So explore this every week, 3-4 application, to choose what you can explain, what you can really so this have a fun with, and bring it up, so like you're profi in this and you can utilize this in testing. So but when we look from a professional perspective of explore a new device or phone, then we will talk about to check power consumption, sensitivity of charge, so just like quick test. This how we can check a battery. So we can just see the full charge, 100%, set up whatever, so one application, and try to play with this application for 5 minutes to see how much battery we have left. So for this 5 minutes, and after, so we will create some multiplication to check how much battery we'll lose in 1 hour. So you also can create charts for 24 hours and things like that. So this, you also can check disk space stability of limited disk space and memory cards. Again, how you can do this easily with help of one of these special apps that I give you in a list. So it's a lot of different parameters that you can observe. Why you need them? So all right, you don't need this maybe in the first steps of initial core testing, but it's always some moment of truth. Then we have very weak point in industry in general. So this performance, we really cannot right now. Do not have perfect automation where a system that will check performance very well. So everybody will appreciate then if some performance testing could be done manually with the help of this specific apps that I give you. So you can bring this as a solution to your companies. They will be happy because they can make check mark. Okay, maybe some kind of formal check mark, but still check mark then. So performance testing was provided. We have some special apps that help you to do penetration or some simple security manual testing. Again, without to set up parameters, then you cannot perform as a human being. But still, so it's a something, because industry is struggling with that. It's a huge gap. So we have only 23% of companies who perform security testing and 43% who show this and do something with performance testing. So it's your golden chance to get a job without too much experience and knowledge, because you know some trick that they can use and utilize in their product, and get some better satisfaction from the market, from the customers. So when we talk about connectivity, then it says get more advanced, because we can look specifically for Android for active syncs. So we can also check with USB and GPRS. So working condition of unstable compound. So this is how this network reacted for that. So, and I will always ask first, is it my phone or not? So that's because if it will be my phone for testing, then first things, this as an ABC, I will just install some couple helping apps plus email. I hope this you receive my screenshots, and nobody asked me question regarding email anymore, so that I assume then you guys all comfortable and know how to set up email on any phone and do not have problem with that. So if you still have a problem or struggling, so you need to ask me, because we have only 6 weeks left. So okay, we brought this point of synchronization. We also, just every time it's one of another ABC. Every time we install some program, if we're talking about APP, APK, or IPA files, so we're looking, this install, uninstall procedure. So, and it's not just from the point how well this, without any crash and without freeze, we can uninstall application, but we're looking also from technical point of view, is it any of this trash file still will be kept in phone memory or memory card. And we also check for correcting current geolocation, and can play around this. Specifically with, if some application that involve GPS or location-based services, I think it's like critical to check before we start testing. So, the simple techniques of mobile application testing, it will be manual or remote manual testing, which is called RDA. So this remote device access. The most popular in the market is the device anywhere and Perfecta Mobile. But now that they have more and more product on the market, where this we can, if you understand this configuration of this, you have one device that called master. So through this device, you have multiple connections, so tethering connection to slave devices. After that, you just, this give command to the multiple real devices. They could be absolutely far, far away in India, China, or Europe. So, but they will completely repeat step by step everything what you do on master. So, and we don't say that it's absolutely the same time, but it will be, we call this real time, when it's millisecond is between master action and slave response. So we have still testing using emulators, but it's using less and less in industry, because people have a lot of issue with emulators and simulators specifically. The catch is then a lot of simulators and emulators do not get any sensitivity to network hoppings or breakup issue, and do not see updating versions. So they're not sensitive enough. It's why this new construction of master-slave devices is now get more and more popularity. So, and we have also automated testing still. I told you this, people have wrong perception that automation is everything. If you do not know automation, so then your history, you will never get jobs. So actually, it's true or not true. Yes, it's a hard spot, everybody asking, but you will see immediately from job description. If somebody asks you some unrealistic things, you know, regarding automation, I don't know, 5-7 years experience in mobile automation, or, you know, just give any possible requirements, like 20 requirements in one lane, it's indication that they have no clue about automation itself. So they don't know, they don't have it. They may plan to have it, but they do not have it, because the truth is that Selenium WebDriver is, we can say, 2+ years on the market. So that was utilized really strictly for mobile automation. So in many cases, you cannot have automation because you need to have human eyes. You need to specifically, best example, you can only have core functionality run through the integration because you need to see and observe this as a human being. So the response of device and application, because most of the time you create something new. Yes, for, you know, automation regression, when you push the same button over and over, it's good. So for core functionality, then you already test this units for 3, 4, 10, 20 times, and you know then they primarily working fine, but you still need to check them every time code modified. All right, then you can run automation. For some certain specific performance and security on network protocol, so then when you need to set up parameters, then you cannot reproduce with human finger, eyes, or whatever. So then, yes, you need to use machine, you need to use automation testing. But most of the time, specific during release or creation and implementation of new feature, it's not possible to create perfect test cases, because machine will just run test cases, then somebody run. And if something go wrong, and so this machine cannot adjust these changes, so then a result will be fake. It's why this most of the time company cannot utilize automation 100%. It's a true. So it's illusion then automation will replace manual testers ever. And you need to understand and get proud of it, so then and get a solid understanding, then you don't need to worry. You always will have a job. Yes, you can progressively go towards API testing as a gray box. So you can also, I don't say then you don't need to learn tools. No, it's important. So yes, it's also differential in salary. So that if you're for money there, so this, yeah, you should proceed towards automation. But it's not a main solution in mobile world. Specifically in the next year, when the augmented reality comes, so this nobody create any automation tools for all this new feature than, you know, this augmented reality offer. So we go to the next point. Yeah, here's one. Sorry, I was forgot. So that then I have this table. So I pulled this table from some. Where was it? It was June 2013. It's actually still this year. It's a good one. But you can see this, you know, this what we do with manual testing and what we're using emulator for, and what is really automated. So this, I encourage you to come back to and to check and get peace of mind. So then not everything is automation in our mobile testing world. So now, people get confused when we talk about general, so the types of mobile application testing and categories. So because it was covered already a couple times. It's a very standard question, what you will do if you do not have time, do not have resources, or blah, blah, blah. So, and you have approximately 2 hours to check your application. So we mentioned fun, and it was right answer, functionality, UI, and network connectivity. So, but how, for example, now we look from a reality perspective. Yes, it's a category of testing. So functionality, UI, and network connectivity, it's a category of testing. It's not type of testing. So what should be covered in general, this, if we look as a type, how does each sprint, we're talking about agile, so we're talking about mobile world. How does each sprint start? We run some core functionality from previous sprints, plus adding new features that developer create, and we pretty much always little bit behind so of developers, because we need to give them space to create and implement this new feature in each sprint. But generally talk, we have core test coverage, so which is included fun plus more, because beside, if we have time, beside functionality, UI, network connectivity, we have up to 100 different category of testing. Because I found this one resource, I was like stunned, like wow, 100. They specify and define 100 different types, so this category of testing. Do we really need to know all of them? No. So what is the major things that we use beside fun? We use error handling / negative testing. And we use also interaction, or if we talk about web mobile application, then we will use some of browser compatibility. If we talk about native mobile application, then we use compatibility with operating system and native application of each specific platform, device, whatever. So, but beside that, all right, so this, if we have a time, and if most of the time, not just we have time, but if we have a knowledge of it, so yes, we can also perform some performance and security testing. I will be very careful to mention it during the interview because it's a hotspot. They immediately will lost interest to everything you say regarding normal category of testing and try to push you what you can do with performance and security. Please give me the names, give me the tools, how you do things, and whatever. So if it's not your zone of comfort, don't go there. You say this, yes, you have some, I don't know, very limited experience, so you have hand-ons, you have some experimental whatever, so project, so then you can bring that up, so with helping apps. But if you really don't know this subject of tools related to performance or security testing, don't go there, because so this you will present yourself in a false perspective and actually lose the interview, because I don't know, it's happened many times. So, all right, now we come back to general types of mobile application testing, what we do on a regular basis over and over. And it's not just from perspective of my daily life, but I talked to, I don't know, for the last couple of months, I talked to over 20 people, and the schema, the path is always the same over and over. So this every pretty much phase, sprint, whatever this release, again, do not marry to the names, because each company calls this thing differently and they have different pace. I told you this, like agile, classic agile was defined between 4 and 6 weeks. These days, specifically in entertainment and gaming companies, they do release, so they do sprints, one sprint, 1 week. They have 2 builds a day, so they have release in every month. Because release, it's not just one sprint. They combine couple sprints together to get some useful version of apps to bring it up to the world. It's how you should be understand. What is a build is, it's pretty much, you understand then we found bug, developer create some new feature. So combination of this code modification, and it's not one developer. I don't know the companies these days who have only one developer. At least 2. Normal, this team is like 3-4 developers. So it's a teamwork. They each work on some whatever module or some feature or page, whatever they name it. And every time, so they put these pieces like a puzzle somewhere in with help of some special program and program keywords. If you see in job description or whatever requirements, it will be a Hudson or Jenkins. So time shared. If you see these words, you understand then, you know, this job is related to release engineer or to some kind of really high rank senior level. So this QA who will take all this piece of code and through the running special program, combine this in one build. So, and after this build will be applied to different testing environments. We never, I think, covered this before, but you need to understand, so then also in very simple organization architecture, we will have these days for mobile at least 3 environments. One will be developer, where they just absolutely flexible, moving world of the code. So this feature is not stable and transferring all the time, because they modify code constantly and work on this every day. So it's a developer environment. After that, then they deliver some piece of stable information. Then, okay, this piece of, this program or product is done. So they give this for testing and application. So in our QA environment, and some simple organization, we just have QA environment and that's it. But if it's a complicated and a multi-version or multi-languages, or it's a well-developed application, a big project, whatever this reason for company is, they can create multi-layers of QA environment. Like some of this name, it's always start with something QA will be in a link that you get through the email. So this it will be like Webflow QA, QA1, QA3, Web3 QA something. It could be different modifications. So like currently I work on a project and we have 3 different layers of just for QA. Why they have some multi-layers of this special testing cake? So because they want to, save a time. So if something happened, if something bad built or something crash occurs or whatever, so they don't want to find, looking for this, fundings to find error for months, for days, for weeks. So because if you have this multi-environments and step by step, you're tracking what build go where, and what new feature was implemented in this specific build. So then if something go wrong, then it's very easy to retrieve couple step back and get again good version of it in your environment. So then people continues to testing, then nothing is really crash. So these days, I tell you this, I understand, and you test experience where this, it's like conveyor of the cheap applications. So then, yeah, there's a lot of crashes occur because more likely you don't know, it will be not specified. You can directly work on development environment. It's kind of like extreme agile things, but so this they may not notify you. So, and because it's a cheap product, so they not involve too much money in that. That's why they use you. So then, at this point, yes, we will see a lot of crashes occur. In real life, I don't know, this, it's not happened every week. So like an application like our application, because we try to clarify this on the low environments before it's going to really some checkpoint. So, but beside QA environments, we also can have layers working with flexible database. Best example, it's like some flexible information, such as a postal information, hotel data booking something, you buy tickets for something, travel tickets or just theater tickets, movies tickets, whatever. So some information that, you have right in this moment and 2 minutes ago it's gone because somebody bought it. It's also good to, so like retail shopping, this you have this in stock, boom, 2 minutes later you don't have this in stock. How you check these things? It's a huge database which is flexible, rotated on many factors. So to clear this data, to construct this data well, people create a special testing environment. It's called staging. So this on this staging, this you present the data flow, which is go dynamically. So we have also, we may have in a simple world, simple cheap application, you will have developer, QA, and production levels, so layers of testing environments. In some complicated, you may have after staging pre-production and production. So, but it's a fun, this sometimes you kind of testing the same things, but on different layer, and will get different results, and will open new bugs just because of environment. Okay, let me see. Are you guys still there? So very quiet today. After you run this, more likely short, sometimes they call express cycle of some main core functionality testing, and it's do not be married towards functionality. It's all together. All different category of testing will be involved there. So we have integration testing. What is integration? When we have already not just a core feature done, but a little bit more implemented. So there's 3-4 sprints together. Then at this point, so we can create test cases how this feature between home page and page number 3 or 4, whatever, integrated together, how they will connect to each other, so without any breaks, without any break in functionality, network, and things like that. So how you create integration testing? You extract, if from core functionality you may have 3,000 test cases just for simple application, because you go this precision for every possible touch, move, how the button look, so what the button size, what is the font size, and every possible things create around. Then in integration, because you already run functionality, you understand how application work in general. So from this 3,000, you will extract and create maybe 500 test cases. But you will not create new one. You just take some most meaningful test cases from core test coverage. Is it clear? Yes? So, and the next point will be smoke testing. When we go towards release, when we go towards, in some organization, again, it could be towards the end of sprint, this developer will come to the point of freeze code. It means that they will be not able to create any new implementation. So it will be done. They completely service checklist or not, they will then defer this feature to put this in the next sprint. So it's not your part of trouble or thinking about. But we will come to the point, so then developer will concentrate only on fix things that we found during this first 2 phase or 1 phase. All right, at this point, this we also must have already smoke testing ready, because it will be build wise. Every time they modify and so clear some bug, so fix it some bug, they will create a new build or patches of this build, and every time they will just deploy this build on your environment, and you need to check. So then after they deploy this new build, nothing is crashing and nothing major bad happen. So it's why we need smoke test. Normally, if we're talking about from 3,000 initial core and after 500 integration, then it will be about 50 maximum so smoke test cases that cover main functionality of application or product from A to Z. What is the product is for? What is the main purpose of this product? And then we need to cover it. So the next stage after that, when we go towards release, the last couple days, so everybody in hurry, everybody's like really in intense work, so expect night shift and whatever, and pressure from manager and from people around. So everybody is like, energized, so because, so couple more steps and we're done, let's go to production. So at this point, we're talking about sanity/regression testing. Why? Because many organizations call this regression testing. So in my organization, in the previous organization I work, they call it sanity. Again, don't be married to the name, just to know what does this mean. So what you're doing, because also during interview, if somebody stop you and say, what you mean? Explain what it is in real life is. So, and sanity and regression concentrate on new feature implemented in specific sprint or specific phase. It will be specified by your company or by your manager. But it's not all product core function or whatever. If you was concentrate on some special category created inside this product, so then all this sanity and regression testing will be around this special category only, and will not cover everything. So, but at the same time, regression could mean for you, so then all your bugs that you found, and they will be somehow fixed or resolved. So then you need to go and validate this bug or verify this bug. Depends what, again, your company looking for. You know the difference between verification and validation. Verification, when you verify this towards requirements. Validation, so towards user expectation. Because of mobile world, so this many times we do not have really too much requirements, boom, then it will be validation more than verification. So why I leave this exploratory, my clever notes things at the last place? Because we will always have some gaps, maybe sometimes couple hours, sometimes maximum it will be one day. So when, you know, this, you like a dog on a short leash will be taken from this leash and it's like, all right, go look for some crashes or whatever, some serious issue, critical issue, lunch critical issue that you may found. And how did it happen? Are you go ad hocing? No, because it's again, it's not mature to go ad hocing at this point. Because during all this iteration that you already have, like you already look, one for cover, for core test, one for integration at least, maybe sometimes two integration. So couple smokes, you have sanity and regression maybe 5-6 times. So, and it's always based on test cases. You actually was really shrink to go left and right to explore things because it was always, so we need to cover first test cases, the must things, then we need to make a check mark for all our so statistic for client, for management, whatever. So then we cover application in our, so any possible category of testing. But many times it's happened in some point, you know, left and right, one step left, one step right out of test case, and you will see the bug. Sometimes it's a critical bug. So what you do this on daily basis, when you see issue like this, are you waste your time to explore, to investigate, find out? No, because you need to get, for example, 200 test cases done in a day. So you do not have time to explore things that not in a test cases coverage. So, but you make a notes. And when this moment of truth coming, when you finally have your chance to shine off, so then exactly you go based on your notes, doesn't matter in what format. This, you know, and some funny things then in our high technology world, so most of us still use just simple so notes. You know, this we try to go with Excel, and sometimes you cannot trust your computer, or you have too many computers around, and so it's easy and fast to make some whatever written notes, and it will be just more efficient than ever. So then it's a moment of truth when you have your exploratory chance to go to specific place that already you found where there could be some trouble issue, and just to clear it up with your notes. Okay, so to talk about general category of mobile application testing, is they not really too much differ from web application. It's just because of connectivity and more possibility to create some interaction with native other native application or some device settings. So in simple, you know, this interaction testing example will be, for example, incoming call or outgoing call, or somebody send it you SMS message or notification. So, or you just turn your media player on and off, things like that. So, to see how your application react. We have, I talk about performance and stress. Actually, this I need to add it here in so this error handling, because it's a by default, but it's the most forgotten testing things. In your book, you will call this negative testing, because think about if you leave some invalid information in field or empty field, what is your expected result based on requirements or not? But you expect then device or application will notify user then something go wrong. It could be words, it could be just highlight things, it could be something, but so it will be indication then something go wrong, something doesn't work. So, and it's exactly test cases should be created based on expected result of error handling notification. It's very important. If you bring it up, so you already hear, because people most of the time forgot to do this. All right, we're almost done. Oh, shoot. I'm not supposed to exceed 1 hour. So I'm always get some so special mark from Michael, so then I must be on time. All right, then maybe we stop right there, and we will start right next time. So how you would test unknown mobile application. So it's okay, go ahead. I know, guys, but so I need to record it, and he will see then I'm already like over hour. So, and So we better spend time. So I'm always get already a couple of feedbacks, then I'm always pushing you and give you too much information, and so you like confused, do not understand, and things like that. I feel bad, so I'm kind of need to I don't know, make some adjustment to go through the adjustment. So, all right, at this point, we stop right there and we will continue because it's very important if you will conceptually understand how to not afraid. Good. I'm happy for you, Hassan. So that if you're not afraid how to test unknown, so you will be, guys, absolutely ready to go. So it doesn't matter. After that, it will be practice, 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 and you will never get the practice through the 10 online classes until you really get a job. So then only things we need to push, so then you present yourself good during the interview and ready to go and get your first job. So, but the most important thing here is how you present yourself, how you conceptually look on any product, and ready to create test plan, ready to create test cases, to find bugs, and ready to go. So we still have 6 sessions to go, and I hope in the 6 sessions, so it will be no theory anymore. We will just go practice, practice, practice. I wanted to show then also with minimum knowledge, you still have a special things in application, almost in every application, where you can see the bug. Because most of you, as a newbies, see too many bugs everywhere, and most of them is invalid. So, and we will try to break this through as well. Okay, cool. So my session is over, and I appreciate you staying with me. So, bye.